台北市立委补选，国民党征召刚连任议员的王宏威，党主席朱一伦、准市长蒋万安都来陪同登记参选，但先前才声明表态不会参选，王宏威也为此致歉。
王宏威不是林智坚，国民党不是民进党，我们是开大门走大路，对就是对，错就是错，所以我还是要向我的选民们来道歉。抱歉，谢谢大家，谢谢。
IP 落跑，王宏威道歉止血，强调不计个人毁誉，要为大局而战，守住立委席次。同时重批民进党败选却不检讨，态度依然傲慢，将炮口瞄准对手吴怡农。
吴怡农先生的参选，他代表的意义是什么？他代表的是民进党的傲慢，代表的是民进党仍然在争权夺利下。他的推出的人选，甚至民进党的黑道治党，
不予置评。原因是这样子：一年多前，台北市党部发生事情的时候，赵介佑是我开除的，他的父亲是我请走离开党部的。不止赵介佑本人，我们在事后还花了很长的一段时间清点所有的党员。那在这样子的前提下，还要再扯黑道的话，我是觉得这样子对于我们的选举，一切为了选举，一切为了政治，做这样子的操作实在是太可惜了。
遭质疑黑道治党，吴怡农喊话别为选举抹黑，而王宏威被批评落跑，吴怡农却是反向操作，替对手说话。
听到王宏议员出来要代表国民党参选的时候，我看到许多人第一时间批评他是落跑议员，我觉得这对我们王宏威议员来说是非常不公平的一个说法。首先他要选上立法委员，才会有这个问题。那我们当然会尽一切的努力，不让这个结果发生。
吴怡农或征召再战立委，扬言打一场干净选举，不挂看板标语，主动向选民说明政策。竞选总部也直接设立在议员王世坚的服务处，在有限的竞选时间拼选战。现场电视黄亮景、高振伦、刘姿莹，台湾台报道。
As of Friday, the China-Laos Railway has handled over 8.5 million passenger trips and transported 11.2 million tons of cargo since its launch a year ago. That's according to the China State Railway Group Corporation Limited. The China-Laos Railway connects Kunming in Yunnan province with the Laotian capital Vientiane. The 1,035-kilometer railway, a landmark project of high-quality Belt and Road Cooperation, started operation on December 3, 2021. The railway has provided a convenient and efficient means of travel for residents from both countries and also helped smooth logistics between China and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations.
ก็ดีใจแบบว่ามีรถไฟวันนี้ก็สบายแล้วเอาไปมาก็สะดวกแล้วมาฮอดไว้ได้บ่เมื่อยตะกี้เป็น8-9 ชั่วโมงติเนาะแต่เช้าจำคำขี่รถก็เมื่อยวันนี้มีรถไฟแล้วก็สบายมีแต่2 ชั่วโมง
ประทับใจงานว่าบริการอยู่ภายในหันมีเป็นบริการอับใส่ดีอยู่สะอาดพอเชิญชวนบรรดาชาวลาวหรือว่านักท่องเที่ยวต่างประเทศเนาะมาลองเบิ่งเนาะขี่รถไฟสปป.ลาวมันจะเป็นอะไรเนาะ
ก็บางคนก็รู้สึกตื่นเต้นนอนไม่หลับเลยตลอดทางนะคะถ่ายรูปถ่ายวิดีโอกันตลอดแต่ถ้าบางคนเหนื่อยๆมากๆก็นอนหลับนะคะขับนิ่มขับดีแล้วก็บนรถไฟก็ สะดวกด้วย
中老铁路自开通运营以来，运输需求不断的增加，货物品类也在不断的增加。从开通初期的化肥、饲料、蔬菜等，增加到现在的电子产品。
我们从昆明到万象南的那个物流成本节约了30%，我们对东南亚市场的拓展更有信心。
Kiwi is a student from China's eastern city of Nanjing. Last year, after being unable to get a U.S. master's degree as planned, Kiwi switched to the Chinese University of Hong Kong, closer to home. According to Financial Times, university officials and immigration specialists say Kiwi is an example of a growing number of mainland Chinese students and young employees flocking to Hong Kong. Pessimism about the prospects offered by the mainland under the control of a strict zero-COVID policy caused the trend to spread. In addition, concerns about how the Chinese would be welcomed in the U.S. add to the problem's woes. 23-year-old Kavi, who wanted to hide his real identity, said young people's job opportunities worsened due to Beijing's crackdown on private enterprise. He said, mainland China is in a state of chaos now. Everyone is suffocated, adding, the zero-COVID policy is the last straw. In 2021, the city's immigration department provided 37,087 student visas to students from the mainland, an increase from 30,707 in 2019. Joshua Mock, vice president of Hong Kong's Lingnan University, stated the majority of 13,000 non-local applicants for this year's postgraduate programs that the institute received by June came from mainland China. In 2021, this number was only 5,000 applicants. Late last month, a large number of university students from across mainland China expressed their open dissent towards the country's COVID lockdowns and restrictions. In addition, according to immigration specialists, many more young mainland workers are increasingly looking to Hong Kong for employment. Jay Wai, a Shanghai-based medical tech firm manager in her mid-30s, stated, the main driver is the political and economic uncertainty caused by zero-COVID. Many indicators showed that mainland China is moving backward. Yet, while many young people from mainland China have moved to Hong Kong to see good opportunities, many Hong Kongers have fled the city since a national security law was introduced in 2020. The South China Morning Post reported last month that 142,000 Hong Kongers have applied for a special British citizenship visa. One-third of them are under 18, and those between the ages of 25 and 54 make up the majority.
除了要付12.5块要自费的外，还得要排长队，排好长了，排了有300-400米吧。
在广州居民连日来的激烈抗争下，多个小区相继解封。但人们随时都要出示24小时的核酸证明，只好大排长龙自费做核酸。民众批评当局解封不放松。
医院这里排队最少有上万人。
广州宣称解封，但南沙方舱仍在加紧建设。不仅如此，各个省份都在大兴土木兴建方舱。在山东省投入超过230亿人民币，并且要修建永久性方舱。在河南、重庆等多地都爆出方舱没有住满，拉人去填舱就有数千元奖励的消息。24
小时阴性的都要拉过来，凭什么拉我们填舱吗？兰州人不做核酸了，你们拉不过来了，拉学校是吧？
外界分析认为，中共长期清零，各地财政紧张，而体制内有贪污盛行。方舱项目不仅可以拉动经济，同时也能加强中共对民间的集中管控。
它是在测试中国人的反抗的可能性，是吧？有真的人在瞎隔离就行了嘛。但是他们对于大规模的那个方舱，就是为了今后的有反抗、敢于前反抗的人群建立集中营，那是为这个做准备的。
共产党下台！
中共清零失败，民间反抗情绪高涨下，地方政府则是继续兴建方舱，似乎也在观望下一步中央的决策走向。新唐人记者雨婷、易如采访报道。
共产党下台！
就在中国国内爆发白纸革命，抗议中共清零政策之际，欧盟理事会主席米歇尔一日访中，并与中共国家主席习近平见面。有欧洲官员向外媒透露，在3个小时的会谈中，习近平坦言，抗议活动的发生是因为在历经3年疫情后，人们感到沮丧，主要为学生或青少年，并说中国目前的主要传播病毒为 Omicron， 相较之前的 Delta 变种死亡率较低，就会进一步松绑防疫政策，保持更开放的态度。
我这2天我在微信、我在抖音我都在发，但是我所有的朋友都来劝我小 小心被抓进去。这一抓就是要坐1年，为什么？现在都不知道。中国国家要为什么不认命？说实话，我们不要核酸，我们要自由。
自从抗议爆发以来，中国各地许多年轻人走上街头，反抗中共专制独裁政权。但中共当局暴力镇压事件频传。根据声援中国国内维权活动的民生观察网搜集的讯息显示，目前已知有5名学生被捕，下落不明。现场也有抗议者向 CNN 表示，中共公安利用手机定位数据追踪他们的位置，并打来要求他们到警察局接受讯问。尽管目前中共因抗争局势越滚越大，宣布放宽地区部分限制，但中国人民是否真的能保有言论自由，替自己的权利发声，不被中共打压，持续受到关注。新唐台电视陈辉模、唐杰安整理报道。
According to a mainland media report on December 1st, China's Harbin Institute of Technology recently switched to online learning and even chartered planes to send students home. The prestigious Tsinghua University has informed students about taking a winter holiday in advance or switching to online learning and urged students to return to their hometowns. RFA cited sources from students in Shanghai and Sichuan, which pointed out that the Chinese Ministry of Education convened an emergency meeting of party secretaries and principals of colleges and universities across the country on November 27th. The outcome requires all universities to seriously prevent their students from connecting. Communication expert Li revealed that the Ministry of Education requires universities to do a good job of ideological teaching for students and take actions to guide students, including asking students to return to their hometowns to have early Lunar New Year celebrations. Harbin Institute of Technology has also launched a package of planes and trains to provide students with drop-off services to help them return home. The report said that students followed a voluntary principle when they returned home and still need to study online after returning home. The final exam will be arranged for next semester. Tsinghua University in China will open 12 free transportation lines from November 29th to help students return home early. In addition to Tsinghua University, other universities have begun asking students to return home. Some have even issued a no one allowed to stay order.